Hey friends, this is Amanda. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Michigan. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. It's the end of May. I'm hoping to get this out to you today. But yeah, I need to do a card, and I'm hoping that you will enjoy this card with me. I have a small idea of what I want to do, but not a big idea. I have had a terrible week. Look at my nails, aren't they awesome? I had a terrible week last week in pain. I just got back from my daughter's, and this week has not turned out so great. Yesterday was Memorial Day, and we had to put our miniature dachshund down. He's been with us 15 years, and it was just heartbreaking. He was actually pretty good. His health was really, really good, actually, but he had a gallstone that plugged up, whatever, and not only was it very painful, but because of his age and he had a heart murmur, they didn't think that he would survive a surgery, and I just didn't want to do that to him at 15. I mean, 15 is pretty the max. Without this gallstone, he probably would have lasted, maybe a year longer, but not much. We knew it was coming, but I have to tell you, it was just heart-wrenching yesterday. And my husband and I are just devastated. All the kids came except for Katie, of course, who is in Mississippi. The kids came to say goodbye. At the end, he wasn't in pain, so that was, we got him out of pain. We took him to the emergency vet. And, yeah, it just, it's awful. I said to my husband, we treat our pups like family, and maybe we should just not do that. Maybe we should be of the mind that, our puppies stay outside, our dogs stay outside, and we don't feed them crazy food, and, but that's just not us. We love our pups, so, and they're definitely part of our family. So this month, Bolt left, and he was a big part of our lives. He went with my daughter, and now Lightning is gone, and it's awful. The other dogs are here, but they're a little bit bigger, and they're just, they're just not as needy as the little dogs, I guess, or and they haven't been with us that long. So when you're talking about a dog that's been with you 15 and 13 years, it's a lot. All right, so we're going to take a piece. We are going to make a A2 size card today, which is a normal size card. We're going to do a thank you. I'm going to take some Post-it note tape, and I am going to just make a rectangle. And I guess I should probably do that in a way that's, well, I moved my T-ruler. Let me see if I can go grab it, because I do need a T-ruler. Okay, I did find it, thank goodness. So, I mean, I'm not going to go too crazy here, but I do want to make it in such a way that it is, a rectangle, because that would be silly if not. So we are going to make this a rectangle, and we'll just line it up, and maybe, you'd think that this would be easier, but I just want to line it up in such a way that it is a 90-degree angle, and then we'll do it here. I don't want to do too big. Well, yeah, I guess I want to make it a good size. And we'll just do that here. Ooh, I think it needs to be over a little bit. Sorry, friends. I forget how big this Post-it tape is. So we're just going to go right next to it. There we go. And on this side, we'll just make a little sliver. Well, I don't even know if we can. There we go. Just a little sliver. And I do want to do the bottom just the tiniest bit. So let's just try to make it even. Yeah, it looks pretty good. No, maybe just a little bit up. It's kind of hard to eye these things. Let's just use the T-ruler. Make sure this is semi. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, so we have a rectangle here, and we're going to do a little bit of, ooh, what's that? A little bit of blending. Huh. Isn't that just amazing? I haven't even done anything yet. And there's already something on my beautiful white card. Okay. So, you know, I'm a rainbow order kind of a gal, so let's do rainbow order. We'll start with polished pink, because that's my new favorite. Well, my old favorite, I guess I should say. I love polished pink. We'll take a little bit of this. And you can do as light as dark as you want. I'm a full throttle kind of a girl. I love my pinks, really pink, really dark. So I'm going to just make it a little bit darker, maybe at the edge. Get that nice crisp edge. It's my favorite, you know, when we do these kind. I love the fact that they are, that when you reveal it, it's amazing. So let's find a, I didn't name these, you know, I didn't color code them. I thought, oh, I'll just see them on the Brussels. But I have to admit that I've like, look, here's 2 oranges. So if I were you, I would name them if you're going to just use them for one color family, because you do forget, and you forget what you have. But if you start off with all of them, I hope that's what I'm making sense. If you start off with all of the color families already done, then you don't have to say, oh, do I already have that? Do I already have that? And go back. So, you know, I was foolish. I really am not supposed to put the polished pink away yet. When you're blending colors, you want to have 2 colors out and blend back and forth between them. Now, I'm not really happy with how dark they are on the edges, but I'm not going to be able to do anything about that. Here we go. Get those 2 really prettily, I wonder if that's a word, prettily. It has to be a word, right? Those 2 colors really nicely, how about that, blended. All right, so we got this. We'll keep our orange out, and we're going to do just a tiny bit of Daffodil Delight, and then we'll try to blend between those 2. Right here. And no, I didn't check to make sure how much I needed for each color. I'm not really good at that. I just, like, maybe I should have saw, oh, okay, it needs about a ½ of an inch each color. But I'll make it work, I promise. So we'll just go back to the yellow right now. There you go. That's about it. I don't know, half the way. Maybe we need to do just a little bit more. All right. And that will determine, oh, we need this yellow out. Add some green. How about we use our new Parakeet Party? Let's scooch around to the other side to my cools. How about we try this Parakeet Party? I'm really excited to see. This is one of the colors I haven't really used much. We'll just add a green. Ooh, it's light. Oh my goodness, it's almost neon. I love it. It's a beautiful color. Our in colors this year are phenomenal. Not a bad one in the bunch. That's always nice when the Stampin' Up team hits it right on the head. And you know, it's not only just the colors that are likable, but they're supposed to make it relevant to our current fashion and what's in the industry. So, you know, you're going to go to the big box stores and you're going to see these colors and you're going to be like, oh my goodness, I remember that color. Stampin' Up did that. So you're going to find lots of purples in the industry and that kind of stuff. And that's kind of the reason why Stampin' Up changes these colors, is because you want to have a card that's relevant. Maybe, you know, you want to match their outfit that they have on in a picture or something. just something that's relevant. All right, so we'll leave the purple out, or the green out, whatever color this may be, right? My goodness. Oh, friends, I am in a poopy mood. I'm so sorry that you have to deal with me today. All right, so let's go with Gorgeous Grape, because that's my go-to. And then let's do Starry Sky instead of anything. And that's yeah, I don't think that we're going to need an aqua, but let's check. Let's do it from the other angle now. Have them meet in the middle. Because right now, this purple, yeah, I think even if we add a little bit more purple, we're going to have to use that. And I think we should do Tahitian Tide, only because it's new. What do you think? I mean, my go-to, of course, is Coastal Cabana, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's do this blue. Now, there are two of these, but is there a real blue? Oh, all right. I'm going to try a real blue here. Oh, it's dark. Well, it is what it is. Oh, guys. That's gorgeous. This is the most beautiful blue. Wow, it eclipsed my purple a lot. Wow, that is a gorgeous color. All right, let's go back to Tahitian Tide here. Wow, that's pretty. Wow. Well, you don't need a lot of that, I can tell you that much. And then we'll do a Tahitian Tide. We might even throw in a little bit of Bermuda Bay. Let's see what this looks like. Oh no, this is pretty. That's really pretty. Wow, does that look good? All right, I'm going to bring it down here, and then I'm just going to bridge the gap with the Bermuda Bay because it's more green and that's more blue. So pretty. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, it looks so perfect. All right. The only thing that I think it's missing is the purple got away from us. So let's bring back our purple. I hope you guys don't find this tedious of going back and grabbing, you know, a color and making sure that it's beautiful. Because, you know, I want to make this card really pretty. A customer and a friend of mine decided to join Stampin' Up! And get the benefit of lots of the new products in colors. So that's helpful to me if she signs up under me. It, you know, it moves me up a tier, and I really, really appreciate her doing that. I mean, that's very kind of her to sign up under me other than someone else. So, I mean, that's super helpful. Okay, so here we go. We'll just remove this one. Oh, look at that. And let's remove this one. Perfect. Oh, friends, look at this. It's gorgeous. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think I used good colors? What do you think? Do you like it? I love it. I think it's stunning. And now I'm a little bit nervous to do what I was going to do with it. I mean, yikes, that's not what I had planned. Wow. I will show you how to make this, but no, that's okay. All right. So we're going to use this Cheerful basket. Let's put that to the side because that's our background. It's really pretty. And I think if I do this again, I'll make it on a 5x7 and I'll scooch it over a little bit more because I think it's too far on the side, but I'll make it the larger part. No matter what, I'm going to make it a little bit larger. I don't like necessarily how short this comes by because it's almost a half. So I'd rather go up a little bit more either way. So, because it's not a half, so I needed to go up or all the way up. Maybe, you know, the same width from here to here just to make a large block. But live and learn. I do like this, and I'm not going to redo it. It's gorgeous, so I'll have to redo that on the next one. I'll have to do it differently on the next one. Okay, So, shut up, Amanda, and let's just get to the card, shall we? All right, so let me, well, let's make this basket first. Let me show you how I did that. You're going to need 4 pieces to make this basket. You're going to need, well, I think that you're going to need, this is how I made the basket. Let me take out this little handle, which I think is adorable. We're going to use that on some of our silver. And then I'm going to use soft suede. I'll use my little embossing machine, which I did get back, and that's so handy. I'm so glad it's back. But the person who used it, Marcia, she, you know, if you don't have a die cutting machine, you need to know if you need it or not. She says she's definitely going to grab one, but maybe in the future. So, all right, so we're going to cut all of these out. Just what is this called again? Soft suede. I really want to do this in one pass. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. Let's see. No. Bummer. Let's do these 2. Oh, that's too small. So let's do these 2, and then we'll pass along this one. All right, so here we go. Now, a quick little turn. If you're ever having serious issues about getting your plates through your mini embossing machine, it's most likely the plates are warped and you just need new plates. Now, for me, I use 1 plate on the bottom and I keep turning it over and over and over, and I use 1 plate that I don't cut on, and I keep turning this over too. So I have pretty straight plates right now, and that's helpful. All right, let's do that again. We'll cut the big guy out. Here we go. Oops, gotta put something on the base plate, don't we? And whenever we are using a die cutting machine, we call these, and how we put them together, a sandwich. So if you think about that, our sandwiches, any sandwich, can be made in lots of different ways. Most of the time, when you have a sandwich, you have your bread on top and bottom, but you have different fillings. And so that's why we call this a sandwich, because we're doing it in a certain way. But there's sometimes that we only have 1 piece of bread, or, you know, well, my family would say sometimes you have the bread on the inside and the bologna on the outside if you want a bologna sandwich, but, or sandwich, whatever it's called. But yeah, something different. All right, so we're going to cut this twice. Here I'm going to cut it, this little handle, with the silver. And then I'm going to cut it again with a little bit of brown to make. I'm going to make sure that is, this handle part is in the brown. That's all I really care about, is this handle part, because we're going to make that brown and not, oh, what's what I'm thinking of, and not silver. I want to make this little part right here brown, so we're going to cut that off. All right, now we can put this away for now, and let's do some shading. We will take a miniature, where's my little miniature guy? Oh, here we go, a little miniature guy, and we'll take some soft suede. We're just going to ink this up a little bit, make it a little bit darker. All right, just give it some texture, bring out this beautiful wood grain that Stampin' Up! Has already put on there for some texture. It looks great. And I am going to be making some parts darker like that. That's okay. because you know, wood is darker in some spots, so if you get a little bit of dark on it, that's okay. All right. Let's add a little bit of darkness to the edges here. And some of the stuff you might say to yourself, well, you're not even going to see it, but you don't want to have to do the inking up after everything's together. So I'd ink up how you want it to look, even underneath. Now, another thing that I thought of is, wouldn't this be great in a patina color, like one of those beautiful, like Nation Tide? Well, I wasn't going to go that fancy today. All right, so let's just add this to this. We'll use a bit of glue. You can add it however you want to, but I like the glue. It was easier for me. And now I have a lot of brown on this. Not quite done. I'm going to put just the barest edge down here and have it a little bit up here, a little bit, you know. I'm going to have the paper more down towards the bottom and have a big ridge right here because I'm going to cover that up. Now let's add some texture to this with some brown, and I'll just use some of that that's on my mat here, and this is called a silicone mat, and this is perfect to ink on because then only your ink stuff, you can only ink in one spot, and you can clean it up and add some more because it won't stick to it. So I'm going to use all this, and then I don't have to bring out my color again. Here we go, just add a little bit on the edges. There we go, just a little bit. And then let's add this. Now this is the bottom. So we'll put that right there. There we go. There we go. And then we have the middle, which is not the shortest, the middle shortest. And then there's little tick marks right here. You can see that. Let's see. Here. There's little tick marks where it goes. So you just put it there. There we go. And then last but not least, this is the top. We'll add a little glue and we'll put it at the top here. Or a little bit up. There we go. And then look at how cute that guy is. Now for this, we need we'll cut off, here's our brown part. So we're going to cut off the what do I want to say? The handle, but this is the handle. So what is this called? The, we're going to cut off everything that's, so this is the brown part is only on the handle. We're going to cut off the metal part that should be metal. And then we'll just attach these two. And look how great that looks. I mean, it looks awesome. Right? How cute is that? Can you see it? I know sometimes my lighting is bad, even though I have tons of lighting. All right, and we'll turn this over and add some glue to this. Here we go. Oops. Scooch over, little guy. Now, one of the reasons that I did not use... Alexa, turn this down, please. Thank you. Alexa, turn it down. Alexa, turn it down. Sorry, guys. One of the reasons that I did not use Barely Art Glue, no, Tombow Mono, was because I didn't want it all to be sticky because I knew I would fiddle with it. So I used the Barely Art Glue, which is just going to, I think I need to do this a little bit further down. I got this one in the right one, so I'm going to use that one. There we go. So we have two little, what do you think? Now look, on this one, I chose to do the shading before and or after, and on this one I got some really good shading on it. So a little bit different. There's not much shading in here, and I, you know, just, I know they don't look too different, but I got a little bit more shading on this one, so we will use this one. All right, so let's get our little card back here. Oh, look how cute that is. Okay. All right, now let's put something in the bucket, because that's the whole point. And there are a few things we can put in the bucket. Oh, I was going to say, yeah, the teal bucket sounds really good. I'm sorry, friends. I'm looking for this. You could put a little kitty cat beside it, which we're not going to do. You can put some apples for fall, hearts for Valentine's Day, but I'm going to use this beautiful collection of Stampin' Up stuff. So let me just show you what these look like. I'll do this. And I'll just show you how easy it is. Now, this is photopolymer, so you are going to want a little bit of a matte. This is not necessarily the greatest matte to use, but your Stampin' Piercing matte is the right base to use when you want to do that. That's not what I want to do. I want to do this. And it's really easy if you use the Memento Tuxedo Black ink. This is not going to smear after it's dry. So this is the best ink to use, the Tuxedo Memento Black ink, so that you have no smearing. I hope that works. I hope that helps. If you were to do something like Stays On, which you're not supposed to use with your photopolymer anyway, so let me get this and clean this off immediately, because you're not supposed to use Stays On with your photopolymer. There we go. Or that's what I was told. And if you were to do this, it's going to bleed. You see how much it bleeds right here? It gets all black. So because this is a solvent base, you really want to use your Tuxedo Memento Black ink. That way you'll have no problems. All right, so just remember Tuxedo Memento when you want to do your alcohol markers. I have already colored my little guy. I don't think that you want to spend the time watching me do that, because it took a moment. I'm not gonna lie, it took a moment. It was easy to cut out, of course, but it did take a moment. So I'm just going to attach this here. A little bit, we'll run a little bit of adhesive behind there, and then we will just add this down here. So I used some of the new in colors. I wasn't sure what this was back here with all the dots on it, so I just made it paper. I'm sure it's something. I just don't know what it is. I think that looks great. Now I don't know. Maybe like that. And then we'll put this. I could do You Inspire Me or You Fill My Day with Happiness. Either one is a great sentiment. So I'm just going to put You Inspire Me. Inspired by You. Sorry, inspired by you. I'll do it with black right there. All right, let me get a little, well, I have this block out, so I'm normally very particular. Let me change blocks. I like to use the block that is the right size. Okay, so I'm just going to try this out before I try this on my beautiful card. Here we go. Love it. Inspired by you. And Sheila, thank you so much for coming my downline. Really appreciate that. That helps me out. And she got a great deal. I think that she would even admit to that. All right, so I know that you guys have some questions because I've got a lot of questions on my text messages recently. No, I'm still in Michigan. I just got back from my daughter's about a week ago. I'm not going to Phoenix until, I'm going to use black because I can, and they're out here. I'm not going to Phoenix until July, the beginning of July. I think I'm just going to maybe do voiceovers, you know, make some cards. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I will share some cards from you from there, because I am planning on staying for a while, about a month or so. What do you think here? Yeah. Even though I cut up my beautiful, yeah, that looks pretty. Anyways, I am going to be there for a month, so I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get you all the videos, but we'll think about it. Yeah, this is another thing that come with it, so you can add some hearts around with the hearts, but you know, we're not going to do that today, but we will add some of these beads. These are all the in colors. Aren't they gorgeous? And we'll add some of these with your Take Your Pick tool. So I will be in Phoenix, but not until later. And yeah, I'm not having such a great couple of weeks here. So I appreciate all of your kind words and thoughts. I'm having a hard time even doing this. No. Let's put some down here. I don't think I like that up there. All right. And oops. The little self-adhesive guy, he's stuck down there, so we're going to have to remove him carefully. Wow, he really does not want to come off. Let me know how your Memorial Day was. Mine wasn't so great, but let me know about your Memorial Day. I'd love to hear about it. And what you guys did. How you celebrated. All right. Now, what color do you think we should do? We have such beautiful colors to choose from. I think I'm going to go with the Parakeet Party. But let me grab that. I mean, that's fun. What do you think? I think so. Yeah, okay. So, I'm just going to cut this in half here. And I might even do a top folding note card. So we'll do 4.5. And we will score at 5.5 here. And you guys, I don't think I cut this right. I think I'm going to have to move. I think I cut this at 4 by 5.5, 4.5 by 5. Yep, I did. So let's cut this at 4 right here. We're going to go, ooh, and we'll cut off 1/4 of an inch here at the top, because I made this too much large, but that's okay. Cutting it off larger is better. I could actually go a little bit smaller if I wanted to, but I think this is okay. All right. Oh, look at that. I love it. All right, let's fold this. And use a little Barely Art glue back here. We used a lot of Barely Art glue today, didn't we? And I'll put my top on it before it gets clogged, because that is one bad thing about the Bearly Art Glue. It does clog very quickly. There we go. And I don't even think I'm going to put a color on the inside, some white on the inside. I think it's gorgeous as is. What do you think? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Again, the only thing I wish I would have done was I wish I would have brought it up about another inch. So I'm going to see how big this is. Wow, if I did it on the right side. This is about 1 3/4 inches by 3, and I think you should do it by 4 or 4 3/4. I really think that you need to add it up if you recreate this card. And then your colors will be a little bit bigger because your basket's pretty large here. But yeah, all right, friends, I had a great time. Thank you for taking my mind off of my terrible mood. I really appreciate all of your kindness and your kind words. And thanks for everyone that wished me a happy birthday. I will show you some of the beautiful cards I got next time. I forgot to bring them down. And yeah, but I will show you the beautiful cards that I got from some amazing artists that made beautiful cards and sent them to me for my birthday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys. If you would like and subscribe, that would make my day. You know, I really appreciate you guys, and thanks for being here. Bye-bye.